The signs adorning the grandstand read, "Everything has led to this." Hard to argue with that sentiment. For 6 centuries, the sport has been played here at this, the very birthplace of golf itself. And since 1860, this competition has been held to decide who is the champion golfer of the year. Past is but prologue. It all indeed has led to this. Welcome to St Andrews and the final round of the Open Championship.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the home of golf, the old course at St Andrews, it's the final round of the 150th Open. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. So this is it, Sunday at St Andrews, and it seems, Frank, like all of Scotland is here. They want to know if our featured golfer can complete that season grand slam.
You couldn't make the story up, not only going for a slam, but trying to complete it at St Andrews. I mean, that's just, they make movies about that. Odds at the start of the year, I don't know, they would have been millions to 1. But they've just beaten the best players in the world 15 rounds. That's right. 3 major championships in 3 rounds. They're the best. 1 solitary round left for everything.
Oh, this doesn't look promising. Oh, got to be careful of that burn, and that is where this ball is going to wind up. A big mistake here at the first. That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. Okay, it's a bogey here at first. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
In the second hole, especially with a prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, but it's the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second.
Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
There's 137 yards to the flag and the pin on the left portion of the green.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
That one just going to sneak on by. That finished off for par here at the second. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. At the third hole now, Frank, It looks relatively easy, but you know there's some danger lurking somewhere out there on the old course.
There is. There's the pot bunkers down the right side. This is a tee where really you want to have an idea where that wind is coming from. If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, well, then it's worth challenging that right side.
The driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. A nice round number here, an even 100 yards coming up for his second.
Rich, there's one thing about good iron play. When you hit it and it comes off the club face, you know it's going to be close. More evidence there.
Yeah, no sweat. It is a birdie here at the third. And he gets it to 20 under par. Frank, a much more difficult hole here at the fourth at the old course.
Yeah, that new championship tee is really made for a very hard par four. Two ways to play it. Down the right, that's a very, very narrow strip of fairway. Most will go to the left side, a little more conservative. But either way, tough second shot. It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay the third.
Left himself with 147 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
This is a 13-footer. Oh, good run going here early. This is birdies at 3 and 4, and he moves to 21 under par. Well, here's a real scoring opportunity. The first par 5 on the front side at St. Andrews, the fifth hole. It's only 514 yards. That greenhouse, this is a football field deep. The key here, yet again, avoiding the big bunkers. They're called the Seven Sisters bunkers off the tee. If you do that, you'll have a great chance to get home in 2. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Okay, I'll be pretty happy with that one on the green in 2, but a long ways. Frank, he'll need to refocus immediately because that's not a guarantee. 2 putts from that distance.
Exactly, Rich. No time to celebrate right now. Grind on that first putt. Get it inside that magic circle. At least try and guarantee a birdie.
Oh, how good is that? Those are the kinds of long-distance putts you'll see here in Scotland, and that was judged about as well as one can. Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And that means he'll get it to 22 under par. Here we are now at the 374-yard par 4 sixth. It's a blind tee shot over a mound. The key here, avoiding the coffin bunkers on the left and a series of bunkers on the right. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Couldn't ask for anything better. Split the fairway, and now I'll have a go at this second shot.
Rich, is that 8 or 9 feet? I don't know about that, but it is a great approach shot.
8 feet remaining here for birdie. Oh my, that singes the right edge, but doesn't go down. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he's going to maintain that substantial lead. One of the really beautiful aspects of playing links golf is you're oftentimes aiming at something so far off in the distance. Maybe it's a church steeple, or in this case, maybe it's a little left of the flag at number 11, and we're playing the 7th hole. The key, you want to avoid that shell bunker, which is short of the putting surface. This one starting a little bit left. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. A little under 90 yards left here for his second.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
This from about 10 feet. Ah, yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he's going to move to 23 under par. Standing on the tee at the par 3 8th here at the old course. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
One of the biggest greens on the golf course. It looks flat, it looks like it's easy, but once that flag gets on the left side, this is when the hole becomes a little bit more difficult. It's very easy to take this hole for granted. Very hard to hit it close, though.
that will miss off to the left and wind up in the short grass. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. We finish our front 9 here at St. Andrews with the drivable 347-yard par 4 9. Biggest trouble here are Bose's and end hole bunkers in the middle of the fairway. Avoid those, and birdie or even eagle is a possibility. Oh, this is a big chance, but it's looking good. On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. So now's where it's going to get tricky. This will need to be weighted perfectly. It's for eagle. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. As we begin the backside here at St. Andrews, you can really feel the history. This hole named in honor of the legendary Bobby Jones, who won the 1927 Open and the 1930 Amateur. Obviously, 1930 was his Grand Slam year. He retired, by the way, at the age of 28, and then founded and built with Alistair McKenzie Augusta National. So a little bit of history lesson as you play this 340-yard par 4 10th. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing. Now this, for birdie at 10.
Yeah, it's the break that you've really got to consider here. It will come from right to left. You've got to start it on line, and you've got a good chance of getting it close.
Nope, that didn't quite turn as much as he'd hoped. So that in for par to start this backside. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. Now to the par 3 11th, and Frank, what's the key here?
Well, this green is slightly elevated. Huge false front, sort of left and right of that Strath bunker. And, of course, that bunker on the hill, well, should I say that bunker on the left is called Hill. That's the famous bunker where Bobby Jones couldn't get out of it many years ago and actually ripped up his scorecard. So a good tee shot here, just find that right level where the flag is.
Okay, that one passed the hole just a bit, but a birdie try upcoming. Gonna have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. Oh, dude, that. What a roll that was. A long one in for birdie. And this is turning into an absolute runaway at the top of the leaderboard. Here we are now at one of the very best short par fours in golf. 316-yard 12. Hidden bunkers lurking all over the fairway. So the safe move is to go with a long iron down the left side, leaving a short approach. This starting up the right side.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shout. Frank, how about the bunkers here at 13? A rather ominous sounding name.
Yeah, the coffins, and they are that for a reason. If you finish up in there, well, the best you'll probably ever do is make a bogey, unless you're an absolute genius. That'll be avoided, certainly off the tee. If you do, it's still a difficult hole. The second shot, unless you hit a perfect tee shot, will be blind.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
With a solid tee shot, a great spot in the fairway has been found, but with that elevated green, it's tough to see where you're going.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Chance now for another birdie.
A great deal of success on the greens thus far, but this one's going to be a challenge.
That might have been a little more break than he was expecting, as that one winds up undercutting the hole. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. He's going to stay at 26 under par. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the 4th hole. The 4th hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option.
That one up the right side. And that, a good-looking shot there. Well placed in the fairway. Just a bit too much on the second shot on this par 5, but shouldn't have too much trouble getting it up or down for the birdie. That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now. We arrive here at the 414-yard par 415. Drive here should be aimed at that church steeple in the distance. Position between two prominent humps down the road just a bit.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
From the fairway nota, this is second.
Staring at 142 to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
The putter on point late here in the round. Birdie's at 14 and 15. And he moves to 28 under par. Frank, the 16th hole, famous for the principal's nose, and I can't help but think of Mrs. Hartman from 4th grade.
Well, I don't know
she
how,
didn't like us.
I don't know how Mrs. Hartman would have played this hole, but she would have been wary of the out of bounds on the right. And that's why the general consensus is you not only avoid the principal's nose, but you hit the tee shot a little bit further left. It might lengthen the hole, but it is certainly the more prudent strategy.
75 yards, the distance remaining here for his second to this par 4. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. No gimme here. Tricky one for birdie. That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he's going to stay 28 under par. Frank, so many famous landmarks on this hole. The hotel on the right, you want to avoid that. The bunker on the left, and then the stone wall beyond the road.
Yeah, there's all those features is one of the reasons why no one would be allowed to design a hole like this today. It also makes it not only unique, but I think that's the greatness of the hole, is that all those problems you're very aware of. It's just, can you avoid them?
Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
He's got 116 yards to the front, 144 to the flagstick, swinging it great today. Would not surprise me if he stuck it close.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
17-foot putt here.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he'll get that score to minus 29. Frankie, stand on the tee here at 18, and history is staring you right in the face.
Yeah, you have the Rusak's Hotel on the right, the Dunvegan over the back, the R&A building. Just standing there, you're reminded of how far this great game has come, and all these hundreds of years, I guess, in the future, and where will the game be then?
Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Got it there, but not quite on target. Yes, what a final round this was, from being on the outside looking in to a big lead. As we'll watch and wait, but this certainly must feel like this will be a victory. Well, that about wraps it up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Really enjoyed it, Frank.
Yeah, it's been a good day out here. Once again, we've seen the golf course give more than it takes.
For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.